What's up, Patreon? Look at this thing. This is what I wear to bed at night, right? You got to keep these things. I really need to dye this again. What's up? Look, we're going to do some shout outs right now and go out on the porch and smoke a cigar. All right, let's go over here. Here we go. Let me find the thing. All right. Here we go. Shout outs. We got some new patrons. We got a lot of new patrons. I think it's because of the secret Golden Melody video. I think that worked in attracting a lot of patrons. We got some returning patrons too. So if you recognize a name, they've come back. And I can't always keep track of it. I'm jamming out to the funky blues guitar backing track. I'll link it below. Yeah, okay, here we go. Shout outs. Theo Splinter. Shout out to Theo. Thank you, bro. Welcome aboard. Yo, new patrons. There's like 271 videos here. A bunch of those are private. This is vlog number 47 here today. So there's 47 more of me talking about stuff. And I don't know if you'll like it or not, but you're not going to hear it on YouTube. And there's some private lessons here. There's some like the Meet the Modes is my most famous lesson, but there's another one here on 6 chords. And then there's a lot of stuff sprinkled in. Not everything is like draw 2, blow 2. Some of the stuff that we do here is pretty philosophical. Okay. Theo Splinter, welcome aboard. Mr. Keith Evans, welcome aboard. Calvin Turnage, welcome aboard. So far, I'm doing pretty good with the names. How about it for Grummet Daniel? Grummet, welcome aboard. Dave Hundreiser, welcome aboard. Shout out to Ron Schneck, my man, and my old friend from Indiana, Sem Baseman. I hope you're watching this, bro. I gave you a call when I saw you pledged, but I didn't hear back from you. Okay, a couple of deleted ones. How about it for Howard Fleischer? Welcome aboard, Howard. Y'all write me if you need anything. Use the message thing. I caught up on my messages and now I'm behind again, but I will get you. If it's urgent, you email me. You got my email here. It's jasonricci1@gmail.com. John Hirsch, my man, welcome aboard. Sean Stevens, welcome aboard. Dylan Muhlenberg, welcome aboard. Daniel O'Connor, I shouldn't have said that one, but that's okay. Daniel, I hope to see you back. Jeff G, welcome aboard. James C. Lewis, welcome aboard. Wilfred LeBlanc, welcome aboard. Gianluca Perone. Gianluca Perone. You know, I have the hardest time with Italian names, and I'm Italian, but Nancy, my friend. Nancy Bessie, my friend from Maine and club owner. Jason O'Sullivan, hey, bro, how you doing? Couple of deleted ones. Mr. Jonathan Pittman, we've been already talking. Jonathan Pittman is the one who won the new Hohner Golden Melody, y'all. He won that thing. I need to do something with his hair. I should have left this on. Jonathan, welcome aboard. All right. Armala K, welcome aboard. Brian Mulligan, welcome aboard. Couple of deleted ones. Jen Dressel, hey, Jen, my friend. Kate's friend too, welcome aboard. Paul New, his name is new and he's new here. Welcome, Paul. All right, John DeMauro, Guardian Security. Thank you, bro. Increased his pledge generously. People like you, bro, are keeping me afloat, man. Thank you. Sebastian Sadlo. A lot of Sebastians coming into my life right now. I wonder what that's about. Oh, let me stop this backing track before it goes on to a commercial. All right, here we go. All right. Where we at? All right. Back to Patreon. Yes, Sebastian. Tim Keogh. Welcome aboard. I'm probably into guys I already mentioned. Graham increased his pledge. Thank you, Norman Dube. I think I remember that we did this at the beginning of the month. Huang Manha. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. I think that name is Chinese, but if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. I'm frequently wrong. Fred Willard, I'm sure that we were here last time we did this, but let me just keep going just in case. Johan Malmvik, Mr. John, oh, nope, that's deleted. Mr. Blotzman, I remember that. Okay, I'm going to stop there. That's right. So anyway, join me out on the porch. Who knows what we're going to talk about? I got a new Talking Blues getting ready to come out. And, of course, Free Friday this Friday. We're going to discuss all of that. I'll see you out there. Thanks. All right, here we are, Patreon. Got my War Bear. Look at that. That's the tribute. It's by House Staney Cigars, right? It's a little boutique cigar company. The War Bear was a Polish bear that actually fought in the war against the Nazis. They had a bear that they used to carry ammo and stuff. A lot of people would say that's inhumane. What do I say? Say I'm not going to comment. Maybe the bear was into it. What do I know? I don't know anything. Man, that's good. I forgot how good these are. All right, y'all. Let's talk. So I just did the shout outs. And let me take off my Patreon. Hey, welcome. What y'all doing? Mask. And let's get real. If you're here, this is what we do, right? I just talk and I tell you guys what's really up. And what's really up is thank you. Thank you. What are you guys really doing? How much money does Jason really make on this thing? I'm going to tell you, I make enough money on this so that I can make really good decisions with my life. Now, it's still hard. I think I got $100 in the bank right now. But on the first of the month, I'm about to be okay. And that's because of y'all. I don't have to pay for harmonicas. I got electricity, internet, stuff like that, and cigars, right? I got to take care of Kate. Kate's been sick. She's got a neck injury, a muscle injury. She's finally going to a physical therapist and a chiropractor this week. She just made the appointment. It's another thing Patreon's going to pay for. Okay, so you guys see how powerful that is? The gigs, well, they dried up in 2019 when COVID hit, and they're just coming back now. And that's wonderful. Pretty soon, there's going to be a bunch of gigs going up on my website, www.mooncat.org. So I'm working on some gigs in Norway, too, and some other countries, too, maybe Brazil. I'm going to Hawaii this year, which for the first time I've never been to Hawaii. I've been to every other state except for Alaska and Hawaii, and I'm going there. So the gigs are going to be busy. There's going to be a lot more Free Fridays from the road. I think this Free Friday this week is going to be short. My YouTube channel it's kind of, it looks like it's doing good, but it's not making as much money as it used to, and I can't figure out why. It says that all my hits are up, like my subscribers are up, my views are up, my watch time is up, my money's down. I can't figure it out. And the other thing that Patreon does is makes it so that I don't have to depend on that. Like, there's not that many harmonica players in the world, so you're not going to make a lot of money with a harmonica YouTube channel. But with support from people like yourselves, I can actually hang. Hey there. That's why when things are really crazy and busy, I still make time for this, you know. It's important to me. And I love that it's important to you guys too. Drinking an Abita king cake soda, even though Mardi Gras is over. I hope you like those Mardi Gras videos. Not a lot of people watched them. I put that Skull and Bones video up on YouTube. It's crazy. We got up at 4 in the morning and did that. Kate's big into that stuff. This headband right here is from 2 of my Patreon patrons one of them, it's only from 1. I met him in town, and bro, I can't remember your name, and I've been trying to remember it. I remember the other Patreon patron, Jason Rubin, but bro, I have gotten so many compliments on this headband, and I don't know what it is, but everywhere I go, girls want to talk to me whenever I wear this. I don't know what it is. Don't tell Kate. I'm just kidding. I already told her. But yeah, thank you, bro. Please write. That's my headband. I gave it to you, and it's profound. See this? See these? This is the Isle of Man, and it's 3 legs right there. So no matter how you throw the person, he always lands on his feet, and that was given special to me, and I appreciate that. And so I was going to wear it for Free Friday last week, but I forgot. So here it is this week. And it'll be on Free Friday. Bro, thank you for this. This is very special to me. And also, it makes people like me. Getting ready for caterpillar season here. We got poisonous caterpillars that are going to ruin the porch cigar thing. They come and they stay for a long time. They're about to hit. I saw one of them the other day. Right. Like I said in the last Patreon, I've been a little busier than I wanted to be. And I bit off a little bit more than I can chew with Talking Blues. Although I got a good one planned for next time. I'm not sure how much I can do or say because I'm worried about getting sued by Robert Cray. That's how good it is. How good is it when you're worried about Robert Cray suing you? That's how good it is. But I think I'm going to take the chance anyway. I have to look up exactly what's slander. I'm not going to say anything that's not true. I know that's slander. But the question is, can I prove what I say? Right? That's the question. You know, that brings up something. The subject of forgiveness. It's very hard. It's a very hard thing to do. But it is the thing to do. Okay, not even for the other person, right? I'm sure you guys are familiar with this, right? But this concept, right? That it's for you, not for them. Now, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us, right? That's what it is. Hello. But that's a simple concept. It's like I make a lot of mistakes. So I can understand that you might make some different mistakes than the ones that I made. So even though I don't like your mistakes, I think your mistakes are worse than the mistakes I made. Or you made those mistakes against me. I'm going to try to recognize that I may have made the same mistake against somebody else, or a completely different mistake that maybe somebody else thinks is worse. That kind of thing. So, why am I bringing this up? A couple of things. So I'm going through some stuff with my family right now, with my brother. And my brother doesn't have a lot of forgiveness for very many people. And really neither does Kate. Like, Kate, if you get on Kate's bad side, it can take a long time to get back on the good side. I'm lucky because I've been on the bad side a couple times. I made it back. I don't know how. It must be the Isle of Man. But there was this guitar player. And a long time ago, this guitar player and I had a falling out. And I felt like this person really showed their ass. You know what I mean? Like, you know when somebody does something, and it could be a thing like, you know, says something particular, maybe something racist or something sexist or something like that about somebody else, and it really reveals their character. It was a thing like that. It was something he did that was like snakish. And this guitar player then got mad at me, which is often what happens, right? Sometimes when people do you wrong, they get really mad at you for some reason, right? Because they know that they're hurting themselves. And they get mad at you because they've just hurt themselves by being angry at what they did. So they get more mad at you because it's you who caused them. See, you caused them to do that. And now they're hurt because they did something they're not proud of. It's very natural. I've done that a lot. One of the reasons I got on Kate's bad side was doing shit like that. She'd be like, hey, Jason, don't smoke crack and don't be like texting people and late at night and doing dumb stuff like that. And then I get mad at her because I knew I was doing wrong, right? But I get mad at her. You don't tell me what to do, and I do whatever I want. I pay the bills around here. You know, come on. I'm not cheating on you. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm only hurting myself, if anybody. All that kind of stuff, right? It's because I knew I was doing wrong. That's right. I knew I was doing wrong, so I got mad at her. So anyway, this guy got mad at me, and we had a falling out for all these years, right? And then finally, you know, he starts coming around again. And, you know, hey. And, you know, he's like hanging out with all my friends, right? Like he's like, and I'm thinking, I should tell these friends of mine what this guy did. Like, I can tell you this. This is a small thing. This isn't the big thing, but this is a small thing. One of the things he used to do he would tell you a story, and then halfway through the story, you would realize he was telling it as if it happened to him, like it was a true story. Like, this is where I was, and this is what happened. It was like a couple years ago. And then he would tell a story, and then halfway through the story, you would realize that he was doing like a Dave Chappelle bit, or he was quoting Louis C.K., but as if it had happened to him, and never giving credit to that person, like telling you a story like, and then you'd be in an awkward position if you knew that. You'd have to be like, hey, guess what? Like, I heard Louis C.K. say that, so that didn't really happen to you. Okay. So weird, right? Like a kind of a fake thing. And it was hard to confront and awkward, especially when you're in a van, for 100, 500 miles from somebody, and they start doing something like that. And see, I wasn't above stuff like that when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I wanted people to like me so bad that I would do stuff like that. One time, I think I even told somebody the story that they told me back to them as if it had happened to me. I was like 20 years old, What a dummy. So, see, there you go. So there's nothing. The thing that upset me probably about that was that it reminded me of myself. And that made me upset. But anyway, it was awkward. So the person starts coming around again, and we had to play, on gigs together because I was in bands with people that knew him and stuff. And I realized it was necessary for forgiveness. Now, one of the things that this person thought that caused us to drift apart was he believed I owed him money. Now, I'm just going to have to take my word for it. I didn't, okay? He wanted to be paid for gigs that he didn't do. Okay? I wasn't going to do that. You don't get paid for gigs you don't do. Especially when you behave poorly. And that's the reason you're not doing them. Or part of the reason. So, anyway, I did a gig with this guy recently, and he just came to sit in. Just to sit in. So after the gig, he was a long way from home, visiting in town. After the gig, I gave him some money. And I said, it was more money than I made myself that night. That's what I gave him. He said, what's this for? And I said, it's for food. It's expensive around here. Get yourself a po' boy. Take care of yourself. I said, I appreciate you sitting in. You sounded great. You did. You sounded great. Great musician. Great musician. That's the other thing about me. I know this is terrible, but I am forgiving to a fault if you can play. If you can play, I forget all the bad times and I only remember the good times. But I had to let that go, and it felt good. I couldn't even tell Kate about this because I knew she'd be upset that I gave this money to this person, And I knew this person wanted more money, but wasn't expecting to get any that night. So I surprised them. And I gave them money for a job that I did think they deserved money for. I appreciated them sitting in a lot. They sat in a lot. They played a lot of the night. So I'm just trying to heal. I'm just trying to heal, guys. And that's why I do it. To make things easier for me, for them. And it's a process. It can't always happen overnight. But, there's a lot of people that have probably not forgiven me. And that's none of my business. It's none of my business. I can ask them, how can I make it right? I hope you forgive me. I don't require you forgive me. But how do I make it right? And I can hope that I'm able to do that. See, sometimes, though, we have a role in it. And we think only they had a role in it. And it's hard to look at our role in it. It's hard. And that's really what it's all about. Somebody asked on YouTube for a free Friday on the song, learning the song It Starts With Me. So the first thing you want to learn about that song is that's what it's about. It's about I can't control politicians. I can't control COVID or COVID policies or how people behave with that. I have my opinions about it like everybody else. But I can't control it. What I can control is how I treat people and how I treat myself. So, another one of my students today said, how do you know all this stuff? Like, how do you know what scale to pick for these chord changes? God, I don't know. I just spent years, right, figuring it out, like hour after hour after hour. Like, none of this came natural to me, guys. Like, it didn't. I've just been at it a really, really long time. And more important than that, I've been at it a lot of hours. It's not years, it's hours. It's really focused minutes. If you guys haven't seen the lesson, Focused Deliberate Practice, probably the best video I've made so far, I think, on YouTube, right? It's definitely one of them. It's one of the most important videos. But the thing is, what I'm trying to get you to realize is not that you need years and years and years of practice, right? That's not it. What I'm trying to say is, like, just be where you're at, right? And do the most that you can with what you have right now. If you're not, I'm not preaching, guys, because anything that I'm saying, I need to hear. If this video, for some reason, wasn't recorded, and I was just talking to myself, these would all be things that I would need to hear. I've said before, this Patreon thing's like therapy to me sometimes. So I appreciate it. And I appreciate anybody that sits there and listens to all this crap that I'm just rattling off stream of consciousness. But if I'm not grateful for what I have here, I certainly won't be grateful for more stuff, more notes, more exercises. And I tell you guys this, I know there's one of those fucking caterpillars, pardon my language. Man, and they're poisonous. Oh, they're everywhere. Are they in my hair? Oh man, they're gonna ruin this cigar. Oh shit, what am I gonna do? I'll tell you what. We're gonna have to take this whole operation somewhere else. Oh, man, I hate these things. What does Jason hate? Poisonous caterpillars. That's what I hate. So look, I want to talk about some stuff I think you'd be way more interested in than what I was talking about yesterday. I had a night to kind of think about what it was that I wanted to talk about. And it's caterpillars. No, I'm just kidding. So the Golden Melody review. Like, so a lot of you guys were like, hey, like, did Honer get mad at you? Right? Not yet. Not yet. I don't think they're happy. But, I didn't get a call or anything saying, like, hey, you're in trouble. But I didn't get one that said, hey, you're not in trouble either. So here's what I wanted to tell you guys. I can't really say names, unfortunately, because I don't want to get other people in trouble. But there was when I was recording that review, there was a point where I felt like the instrument was leaky, like air was escaping from somewhere. It didn't feel as airtight as a regular Special 20 or even an old 1896 Marine band, much more, the crossovers and stuff like that. So it felt leaky to me. And I held it up to the light because that's how you look for an air leak, and I couldn't find any. So I didn't say that in the review that it was leaky because I didn't want to say something that wasn't true, and maybe that's just how I felt, but when I couldn't prove it, I just left it out. Now, in Fugazi's review, he mentioned that it was breathy, and then he sort of took that back. Well, I got photographs from a customizer, a well-known customizer of the harmonica on a light table. And there is indeed air leaking from the cover plates into the comb, which is, you can see through the light. And that is due to the fact that the screws on the side are just holding the covers on. They're not holding them down. And that's a big difference. So I do believe the instrument to be fundamentally flawed. Is it unplayable? Absolutely not. You could absolutely play this. We've seen Rochelle Plass killing it on the harmonica as well as others. So there's no question that it's not a giant deal. But is the harmonica leaking air through the cover plates? Absolutely, it is. I don't know how you could fix that without relocating the screws. And anyway, so there's a little bit more bad news about the Golden Melody from me. And again, if you remember in the review, I said, somebody will love this instrument. So somebody will like the air leakage, or won't notice it, or it won't be that bad. Anyway, that's that. A lot of you guys are asking questions who are fans of the Golden Melody of like, where will I get them, or should I go out and buy a bunch of them? There's a lot of those harmonicas out there. So if you're dedicated to playing that instrument, I can understand the panic. I have that same panic when certain cigars disappear. But you will be able to find them on eBay and through other people. I mean, Tom Halchek alone is sitting on 70 or 80 of them. And that's just one person. By the way, we're listening to archive.org. We're about to get into some Joe Henderson here in a minute. Archive.org, you've heard me talk about it. It's an incredible source of free music. And a lot of it's copyright free. This is all live. My old band, New Blood, has dozens and dozens of live recordings up on this channel, www.archive.org. You can also find speeches and everything by the most amazing speakers in the world, and by some of the not so amazing speakers. Anyway, what else do I want to talk about? Well, I wanted to thank John Trainer. I wanted to thank you for the Venmo. He Venmo'd me $25 to get rid of to put towards the fight of the tussock moth caterpillar. Yeah, $25. Now that's good, John, because we actually are going to pay the city. I can't remember what. I'm not going to say what it costs because I don't want anyone sending me any more money. But it's gonna cost some money. But we can get our trees sprayed. I made the mistake of posting that rant that I posted here on Patreon, which was really just fun. I was making jokes, but people take me way too serious. Certainly more serious than I take myself. I was trying to be funny. But don't get me wrong, I really don't like those things at all, and they do interfere with my life quite a bit. So, but yeah, people took that way too seriously and then made all these like ridiculous suggestions, not realizing the gravity of the problem of these caterpillars. I said I wasn't going to talk about caterpillars. Yeah, Free Friday, we're going to do a James Cotton lick this week. It's going to be really cool. It's a really, really easy lick. I'm not going to give it to you now, but I'm going to record it later today. And I'm going to try to not mess up and accidentally publish it tonight so that it actually gets some traffic. I really appreciate you guys sharing. CK, yeah, I got to get with you, bro, about the Zoom. We're going to get another Zoom going maybe after tour, and we're getting ready to go in the studio and record another record. I have to take time to write for that. So maybe after we're talking maybe like April, the end of April or something, beginning of May, maybe we'll have another Zoom meeting. And I also wanted to thank everybody who reached out to me and tried to help me with the OBS software. I'm still interested in figuring that out. I've had a lot of trouble. I took some of y'all's advice. I tried to do it and it still didn't work. I think I just need to hire somebody who's good at it to come over to the house. Anyway, guys, thank you very, very much. I appreciate everything, all of the support. It's immeasurable. It is immeasurable, the peace of mind that you, and the way that you have changed Kate and I's lives. There's really nothing I can give back that's good enough, but I'm going to try. Check out the other vlogs if you're new here. There's 46 other vlogs. There's some lessons. The Meet the Modes lesson. That's one of my favorite Patreon only lessons. It's just so good. And then the Larry Bell tour. There's all of these vlogs. There's all kinds of stuff, all kinds of posts that only you guys get to see. Message me in the message box. As of last night, I'm all caught up in the messages. I got through everybody. And if it's really urgent, you can email me at jasonritchie1@gmail.com. Hey, bro who sent me this hat, holler at me. All right, appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Bye.